Hi guys, welcome to Team TechDom. In this video, I'm going to show you how to encode a categorical variable using pandas. Now, encoding your variables is one of the data preprocessing steps because you need to convert the text in your dataset to numbers before you can actually build and train your machine learning model. So I'm going to show you how to do that with pandas. There are other ways you can encode your categorical variable. You could use one-not encoder, ordinal encoder, label encoder, but I'm going to show you an easy way to do that with pandas. So we can get started by importing our libraries. I'm going to use NumPy and pandas. Then I'm going to load the dataset. So I'm using this music.csv dataset, the music dataset. I found it on Kaggle. It has some categorical variables. It has a categorical variable rather that we can convert or encode. So running this cell, we see the three variables there. We have age, gender, and genre. And we have several music genres like hip hop, jazz, classical, dance, acoustic. So let's encode this variable. So to do this encoding, I'm going to make use of the pandas function getDummies. That is the name of the pandas function I'm going to use. So let me create a new variable known as cat for categorical, then pd.get dummies. Now, okay, I'm going to show you two options and you can pick the one you prefer. So the first one is to encode just this particular column. So I'm going to pass in df and the column I want to encode, genre. I'm going to specify the argument to this parameter, drop first, equals true. I'm going to explain what this does in a bit, but let's print out the cat. Let's print out the categorical variable. Right. Now you can see that the categorical variables have been encoded. That a new column has been created for each of the categorical variables. So if the genre, music genre is hip hop, you're going to have this representation 001 under hip hop and 0 for jazz. So the first one is actually hip hop. You can check the third one, the third index, which is jazz. And you'll see that it has 1 in the column for jazz and 0 all true. Now, if you look closely, you'll notice that the acoustic music genre is missing. That's supposed to be the drop first. Okay, let me set this to false. And let's see what happens. Now we have the acoustic music genre showing up. So why are we setting this to true? Why are we not using it as false? Why are we not adding the acoustic music genre? Okay, that's because we're trying to avoid what is known as the dummy variable trap. That's kind of like giving too much information. Yeah, there's kind of like this high correlation between the dummy variables, and to reduce the high correlation, we just need to get rid of one of the columns. And in this case, we're getting rid of the first column, which is acoustic. So now we know that if all the values are 0, for instance, in this case, if all the values are 0, then that music genre is acoustic. So there's no need for us to add an extra column specifying acoustic where you have 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. So that's what the drop first does. It's going to get rid of the first dummy variable. And this helps us to reduce correlation. So this is important when you're training your machine learning models. You need to get rid of dummy variables. Okay, so now that we've done this, what we can do is to merge these two columns. So we merge the original data frame df and we merge it with this new category, this new encoded categorical variable cat. So that could be maybe df new equals pd done concat. Yeah. df and cat. I'm supposed to specify axis, probably 1. Let me try this. Okay, df new. Let me print this out. Oh, thank God that worked. Okay, so this is what we do. But you notice we also have to do something. We have to get rid of the generic column. So I'm going to drop it. Df.drop genre. Df new.drop genre, and also specify the axis as 1. We can see df new. Okay, missing something here. That's in place. Let's drop it in place. Good. All right. So now we have our variables encoded. Another way to do this, which is faster, is by specifying the entire data frame here in this code. So I'm going to copy this and paste. Let me rename this to df new. This will also be df new. All right, now all I need to do is specify the entire data frame df. So why this is effective is because the get dummies function, it's going to go through your entire data frame, all the variables in your data frame, and it's going to automatically encode all the categorical variables. So if you have other categorical variables besides genre, it's going to encode it for you. So this is what the result will look like. Yeah, now this is nice. This is faster. The difference between the two is that you have this prefix added, genre and classical genre dance. Because if you have another categorical variable in this data set, let's say the categorical variable is language, maybe the language the song is in, and then you're going to have maybe language, then English language slash French, something like that. So that's why it's adding this this prefix rather, so you can differentiate the categorical variable. Okay, that's it for this video. In another video, I'll show you how to encode your variables using Hot Encoder class. So thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and if you like the video, please give us a thumbs up by clicking on that like button. So see you next time.